the stove to say I got leftover pizza.
Oh, congrats.
So lunch is going to be
I think we're
good.
having pizza tonight.
After nothing but vegetable soup the past week and a half.
I love vegetable soup.
It's disgusting. I hate it so very, very much. And I've eaten it for lunch and or dinner. Going back 2 Sundays, I'm gonna say 9 or 10 days.
That's too bad.
Like that's a lot of green beans, a lot of kale, man. That's not great. What? Yeah, that's not. What are you putting in? Excuse me. What are you putting in vegetable soup?
Carrots.
All right, I put that in mine.
That's my only go-to.
That's your only go-to.
Some sort of a leafy green.
Yeah.
Usually kale.
Okay.
I haven't made a vegetable soup in a long time. Lentils. Do you count that in your vegetable soup?
Yes, but I guess if you count green beans as the lentil.
No, I'm looking for like real lentils.
Lima beans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Corn?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't do corn.
I would put a
This
little
doesn't-
corn. I do love corn. I have this bag of like frozen vegetables from Trader Joe's that has the little baby stalks of corn.
Oh.
You know, like that you would get in like an Asian bowl.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Ooh.
I just want a bag of little corn stalks,
corn
and I would put them in everything. Baby corns.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What else goes in there? Also, if you got a crock pot recipe, because I'm
I don't like
crock-potting it
tomato.
up.
I don't like tomatoes, so
We throw tomatoes.
I
in.
never put tomato. Onions for
Onions,
flavor.
Yeah, throw onions.
Garlic for flavor.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Crock pot recipe, I'll take them. I need them. Stove is out of commission right now. So we're crock potting it up. What was the song?
Oh, it was Let's Go Crazy by Prince. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because that's how I always say it when it comes up.
Kyra, you've got to be quiet.
Kyra loves it. I love it.
Good morning.
Oh, we have the voice of Kyra? Wow, that's exciting.
It's not that damn exciting.
We should do that more often. More women's voices. You heard it here first. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday, November 14th. Gonna be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, the Memphis Grizzlies fell to the Los Angeles Lakers last night, but I will let you know, well, that doesn't stress me out one bit. Big night for LeBron James. Grizzlies will next face the Warriors in their first game of the NBA Cup on Friday. Teresa Walker will join us about 20 minutes in. A big game for Tennessee this week against Georgia. Will Levis is coming back for the Titans. We'll get her takes on all of that. And then in honor of the NBA Cup beginning this week, we're drafting cups. Any cups. Take that as you will. There can go a lot of different directions with this. We'll see what CJ and I come up with. We'll end with a little theater Thursday. The Wicked premieres continue to take over my timeline each and every day. I saw 2 movies in the last week, My Old Ass and We Live in Time. I'll tell you about both of them, give you some recommendations. We will get through Thursday. We are close to Friday. You know what we say. Are we gonna let the elevator take us down?
What?
Oh no, let's go. Let's go crazy. Come on. Let's get nuts.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering, to those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy.
Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account.
Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now.
If I get jealous, I can't help it.
For more, hit up justintimberlake.com.
John Moran is now being called by multiple professional athletes the most athletic human in the world.
What's the second best highlight you've seen this year?
That's right. I mean, I can't think of something off the top of my head.
He's had 3 that are better. I mean, I said this yesterday. 99.9% of every NBA player could play not only this year, but their entire careers.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
There's no greater gift in the NBA right now than the gift of Ja Morant highlights. The highlight of Ja Morant going reverse 360 generated 161 million views in the first 24 hours.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizz, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Got her on the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, ay. Let's have a little fun now. Ay. I wanna let it all out. Ay. That's what's it all about. Ay. Ay. Cause I deserve this feeling, to have it my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Good. Oh gosh, Thursday, everybody. I got a little frog in my throat this morning. We're gonna make it through. Late nights, early mornings. Grizzlies lost to the Lakers last night, 128-123, in a game that I definitely did not fall asleep during. Definitely did not have to go back and rewatch a recording of it this morning when I woke up. I told you, CJ, I'm no longer trained by my Pac-12 After Dark life. I'm out of the Pac-12. USC is in the Big Ten. I don't get my reps. When a game tips off at 9 o'clock, I am not yet prepared, especially 2 nights in a row, wanting to watch the Warriors-Mavs game the night before, wanting to watch Grizzlies-Lakers on big ol' ESPN last night. I made it about a quarter and a half. I made it about 29% of the way through the game.
That's still something to be proud of.
I thought so.
The kid over here didn't make it through any of it.
Oh.
I was like, 9 o'clock tip. There's no way. I'll catch that in the moment.
I love a good old record button that allows me to go back. I love my husband who sends me Spark Notes to guide me through the game at times. Before I fell asleep last night, I do remember thinking to myself as my eyes started to flutter, oh God, not Rui Hachimura again. Another 75% shooting night from Rui Hachimura. My God, truly a true certified Grizz killer at this point. LeBron made that deep 3 at the end of the first quarter. Thought this could be a long night. And then, not surprisingly, but encouragingly, it was not. And I had 2 takeaways after going back and watching the game this morning. And the first being, good God, LeBron James. Like, the man is 39 years old. We say it over and over and over again. He is 5 in dog years. He is 65 in NBA years. And he goes out and has his 3rd straight triple-double. Like, you run out of words to describe what you are witnessing. We talked about greatest shows in sports earlier this week after the big Steph Curry, earlier this week. Yesterday, we talked about greatest shows in sports. Technically earlier this week. but with LeBron, who is now the oldest player to have 3 straight triple-doubles, beating his own record that he set when he was 34, and he's now 39, closer to 40 than he is 38. It's remarkable to watch him. It's unfortunate when your team is playing against him. I think for Jalen Wells, I'm not sure what he would have considered his welcome to the NBA moment thus far, but last night might be it now. Like when I'm asking Jalen Wells on Grizz Files 3 years down the road, what was your welcome to the NBA moment? It might have been having the primary assignment on LeBron James on national television on ESPN. Like this is a kid who, or a young man who 3 years ago was playing at Sonoma State. And I cannot imagine if you had told him, hey, down the line, you're going to be starting your 7th game as a rookie. You're going to be playing your 12th game. You're going to draw the assignment of LeBron. You're going to realize he has about 50 pounds on you. And at some points, no matter how good a defense you're trying to play, there's just nothing you can do. And it's going to be on ESPN. So Jalen Wells had a bit of a tough night, but sometimes LeBron James takes over a game. Sometimes Anthony Davis takes over a game, and that's certainly what happened down the stretch last night. My other takeaway was the Grizzlies are just fine. Like that was not a loss that I'm going to stew over, to fret over. My biggest feeling as it pertained to the Grizzlies was when this team is healthy, and I'm saying when, speaking it into existence, manifestation, they're really good. Like if you had Ja back last night, different story. If you had a Desmond Bane back, if you had Vince Williams Jr. back, if you had Gigi Jackson, and they did get Marcus Smart back last night for the game. He came off the bench. Something he said was interesting, but you immediately, God, Marcus Smart had that early defensive play where he grabbed the ball out of Reeves' hands and then threw it off of him to keep the possession. And you're like, oh, that's why you have Marcus Smart right there. He had 6 assists to lead the team last night. Also had 4 turnovers, so needs to clean that up. But I just couldn't help but thinking this team is in a really good place for when those main guys get back. And a big piece of it is Jaren Jackson Jr., who feels as if he is ready to consistently be a beast on the offensive end. On both ends of the court, of course, but he's always been that defensively. He was Defensive Player of the Year. But from last year to this year, the understanding that, oh, hey, I am a walking mismatch, and I can take guys like Anthony Davis, and I can go up against LeBron James and finish well. I know he got into foul trouble last night. That plays a part. He picked up his 5th, sat for a bit. But you have another finisher in Jaren, and that's huge for this group.
Yeah. I think so much of the complaint around Jaren offensively has been, hey, he really likes to settle for threes as opposed to going inside. And now you look up and Jaren is making more of a concerted effort to get the ball inside and finish at the rim. His handles are better. He's stronger around the rim with his hands. When he has to pick the ball up and then go up with it, he's got more body control also, so he's not just running into people picking up offensive fouls. I thought one of the best things Jaren did last night as it pertains to the offensive side of the ball was going at Anthony Davis when Anthony Davis had 4 fouls. I didn't know Anthony Davis had 4 fouls until Anthony Davis picked up the 5th foul and then went to the bench. It was like, oh, that's why Jaren is going at Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis is playing a bit softer on him. And that type of decision-making process, that type of mentality from Jaren comes with experience. Yeah. Like Jaren 3-4 years ago isn't going to be doing that at Anthony Davis, but Jaren now knows, hey, he's got 4 fouls. He can't touch me if I go to the rim. All I have to do is go to the rim, go up strong, stay under control, and I'm going to get buckets. And Jaren did that, executed that flawlessly last night in the 3rd quarter. He is a great finisher around the rim. The Grizzlies need a closer of games, and that closer is Ja Morant. That's who you call when you need to close out a game. And when that game got away from them, about 8-9 minutes left in the 4th quarter, the momentum started shifting towards the Lakers. Dalton Connect started getting hot from 3. When that happens, you need a closer. They just didn't have one on the court last night because Ja was sitting on the bench.
Yeah, if you go with the math, like when you're looking at a box score of this game, the Lakers made 8 more threes. And Dalton Connect was 5 of 5.
That was my big takeaway, was that the Lakers, 48%.
Yes, which is an anomaly for them this season.
Get rid of Austin Reeves and get rid of, somebody went over 6. Did D'Angelo Russell go over 6?
No, he went 2 for 6.
Somebody went over 4. Martin.
Vincent.
Vincent.
No, Gabe Vincent.
I get
I know.
Martin and Vincent
Caleb
mixed
Martin,
up. Gabe Vincent. Get rid of his 0 for 4. Get rid of Austin Reeves' 3 for 11. And you're talking about a Lakers team that shot, I think, 17 of 27 from 3? Defensively, they've got to get much, much better defending the 3. And I think that will come when Vince Williams Jr. comes back and Marcus Smart is all the way 100% healthy. Because you can't allow dudes to get hot like that from 3 and expect to win games.
Yes, and when they let it get away, the moment that I wrote down, and like I want to be clear, Scottie Pippen Jr. has been tremendous. Like the revelation of Scottie Pippen Jr. going from somebody they looked to last season to help. You needed a point guard. You needed to play somebody last year. You go out, you find Scottie Pippen Jr., you see what he was able to give throughout the summer league process, you elevate his two-way contract into a full standard contract, and now once again he's having to take the starting reins. He's been really good in spurts. Scottie Pippen Jr. is tremendous as your backup point guard. Like the down the stretch moment where they were down 116-110, and Scottie Pippen Jr. drove to the basket and missed the layup. And then the Lakers scored on the next possession, and suddenly it's an 8-point game. And that's where you talk about the closer. Like when you have Ja Morant, that's someone you trust in a closing situation. And frankly, I will get to the point where I think Jaren Jackson Jr. can be just as efficient. Call 12 is always going to be option number 1 for this team. But if Jaren can grow in his ability to not always defer to Ja, that just gives you one more option. If Desmond Bane wants to take the 3 at the end of the game, I'm not going to hate it, you know? So you're down 2 of your 3 best options late in a game. That's where, even if you don't have a team at full health, you want at least Ja Morant or Desmond Bane out there. Like, that's something that you don't want to have to deal with for a significant period of time. The other player that really stood out to me last night was Zach Edey. And in my Spark Notes from Sir Chris Luther, before I went back and watched the game myself, he said, Edey played a great stretch and got Anthony Davis in foul trouble real bad in the third quarter, which honestly changed the game. Go back, watch that. And I did. And what I learned about Zach Edey, or what I've learned about Zach Edey in the last 3 games, and it's one thing doing it against the Wizards, it's another thing doing it against the Trailblazers. And last night, coming off the bench, they didn't start him, even without Brandon Clark. They started Jay Huff, which didn't last particularly long, which I liked from a coaching decision standpoint. Like, you can try something, and then if it doesn't look as if that's the solution, like, go away from it rather quickly. And for Zach Edey to establish himself as a bully, like, Zach Edey has it in him to be a bully. And I didn't know that until the last week. Like, certainly you were hopeful that he could channel that kind of energy, that he could at least give you a smidgen of what Steven Adams was for this group. But watching him get so physical with Anthony Davis last night and not back down from that moment, like Anthony Davis, scoring leader in the NBA this season, one of the best two-way players in the game, one of the best bigs in the game, and Zach Edey was more than accepting of meeting that moment. Now, sure, are you going to have to figure out what happens when teams switch guys onto Zach Edey and you have LeBron James going downhill at Edey? That's not what you want? Absolutely. But I was really encouraged with Edey last night and how seeing the overall vision continue to form on what he could be. It will take some time, but I don't think there's reason to be discouraged by Zach Edey so far, only hopeful of what that can grow into.
There were a couple of plays, particularly at the rim on lobs, where Edey was there and you just can't throw it up high enough.
He didn't even go for it.
To get it over Zach Edey, and Edey's able to get a hand on it and prevent those types of plays at the rim from happening. He's also he's good pursuing the ball off of the rim, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. So you got to box him out. You can't just be in front of him or have the positioning on him, because he's going to go towards the ball, which is really, really encouraging as well. You could say he's just big, but in a league full of just big dudes, he's the biggest. And that bully ball, to your point, it is an encouraging thing to stop and see, because you're gonna play some dudes who play that way. Yeah. You're gonna play Denver twice in the next couple of
5
games,
days,
right? Like, you're gonna play them twice, and that's what Jokic is. Jokic is just a big dude who's moving the other big dudes the hell out of his way to get what he wants. You got one of those on your team now. You got to be able to hold those types of bigs. Your Jokic's. If Embiid ever gets healthy, the Embiids of the world, right? You will need somebody who's able to do that. And Edey has shown signs of improvement on the season 12 games in.
I mean, you needed offensive rebounds. Like, you needed somebody who was out there to get offensive boards.
How many did he get? It felt like he got 5 or 6.
Of his rebounds.
How many did he get? I didn't get a chance to go back and scour the box score for Zach Edey offensive.
He had
rebounds.
8 boards and 4 of them were offensive.
Okay.
That's big.
Yeah. Extra possessions matter.
He had 12 points with that. Ultimately, you knew that.
Hey, do you like him coming off the bench?
For now, I do.
Okay.
Like, I certainly understand why you went with Jay Huff. Like, when it first popped up on my screen, I was like, oh. Two former Lakers potential players who got. We've made so much of that storyline, and I actually think we've made too much of that storyline because, simply put, this is a business, and one position or one location for a player doesn't work for a myriad of reasons. And then they find opportunity where they can flourish and a system works better, and just being able to get minutes. Like, for Jay Huff and Scottie Pippen Jr., part of their growth and their come out onto the scene has been, simply put, they get to play here in Memphis. They have been needed to play in Memphis. So that's a positive for them. But I don't mind the notion of, we're going to save Edey's confidence. Similar to, you have to start Jalen Wells. You wanted Marcus Smart to come off the bench last night. That was announced before the game. He was a game-time decision, just like you always assume it's going to play out with a player coming back from injury. So you keep Jalen Wells in the starting lineup. And some of those shots that Jalen Wells took last night, they missed by a mile. That was one of his worst shooting performances. And some of that can be attached to you're having to play defense on LeBron James from the jump. That can alter a young player. And so if you're Zach Edey having to go up against Anthony Davis literally from the jump, what does that do? Now, granted, once he was playing minutes against Anthony Davis, it was great, as said, the physicality, being able to meet the moment. But I don't mind him coming off the bench. Do you?
Nah, I prefer it. I prefer Huff starting. I
prefer Brandon when he can.
I like the ability to stretch the floor and protect the rim that you get from Jay Huff. So I'm a Huffiet. I don't know what the
I'm sorry, what?
A Huffiet. I don't know what the nickname for people who like Jay Huff are.
I think you're a Hufflepuff.
Call me that then. I'm Hufflepuff.
He's making Hufflepuff cool for the first time ever. It's incredible.
Let's go.
We did get to see, shout out Yuki Kawamura and Rui Hachimura. I can't shout out Rui Hachimura because all he does is kill the Grizzlies, but it was a nice, sweet moment between Rui and Yuki, two Japanese legends in the NBA. NBA Japan tweeted the photos of this, and I swear, every time you post about Yuki Kawamura, the numbers are insane. I'm recently on Blue Sky.
Okay.
Shout out Blue Sky. Teresa Walker is going to join us after a quick break. She's on Blue Sky. She encouraged me to join Blue Sky this week. I'm trying to find the Yuki hive on Blue Sky because Instagram, gold. Twitter, gold. Where's the Yuki following on Blue Sky?
Here we go.
Or Threads? TikTok, gold. Kai Soto and Yuki Kawamura, they will feed families on those apps. Other big news out of the NBA real quick. Victor Wembanyama had his first 50-piece. Of course he did. His stat line was, did you see his full stat line last night?
No, I missed the full one.
50 points,
Yeah.
18 of 29,
Okay.
8 of 16 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal.
That's not that bad.
You want to know who he did it against, though? The Wizards. And I said Victor Wembanyama should have a 50-piece against the Wizards after what we just witnessed here. Giannis Antetokounmpo had a 59-point performance against the Pistons, an overtime win for the Bucks as they try to continue treading water. And the Cavs are 13-0. Best start for a team since the Warriors with their 24-0 start. But the Cavs beat the Sixers last night, 114-106. No Joel Embiid for Philly on the second night of a back-to-back. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, catch up with Teresa Walker, see if she caught any of the Grizzlies-Lakers game last night, plus a big one for the Tennessee Volunteers this weekend as they take on Georgia. Will Levis is coming back for the Tennessee Titans. We'll get her thoughts on all that. Plus, our cup draft still ahead. If you have favorite cups that you hope to get drafted and you're with us live, be sure to put them in the chat. Also vote on our chat question of the day, which is, who is your Rookie of the Year in the NFL? Jaden Daniels running away with it. Duh. But Bo Nix, 11% of the vote. We'll be back with Teresa Walker after a quick break.
Who do you see ending up in the SWAC championship game. So give me your East and your West based on what you see right now.
If I had to say from what I've seen this year so far, I think you're probably going to get a Southern Jackson SWAC championship.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify. Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rate.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Somebody else we have not seen in a long time is Morant. Since you've seen him, does he look any different to you, or is this the same superstar Ja that we were used to?
He's always getting better, so you just got to watch out for that. That's.
And it's a revenge tour. Yeah. It's a revenge tour, like the world's forgotten about me. And
I don't think they forgot.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
It's the top 5 worst teams in the NFL. I think the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL.
I got the Saints number 1. Ha ha ha! Let's put the Aints up there. They're terrible.
I'll take the Titans as my worst team in the NFL. If they played Will Levis, they're for sure the worst team. Maybe in NFL history. Might be worse than the 0-16 Lions if they play Will Levis.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
There's no greater gift in the NBA right now than the gift of Ja Morant highlights. The highlight of Ja Morant going reverse 360 generated 161 million views in the first 24 hours.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizz, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back. We're going to have a special Grizzlies video reveal at 9:01 that you don't want to miss. You also don't want to miss Teresa Walker. She joins us each and every Thursday. She is now on Blue Sky. Teresa, it's a brighter day. It's a sunshiny day. How are you?
It is a sunshiny day, and, I couldn't count. Sorry, I'm suddenly flashing back to my Sesame Street days that you channeled that. I think that's where that's from, right?
I was actually thinking of the Brady Bunch movie, but yes.
Yes,
also
okay,
Sesame Street.
There you go. See, both of them. And I can speak both of them because Bert, Ernie, Count Dracula, Marsha.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I mean,
Why?
yes, I know. It's like, yes. Jan, are you talking? I love the one where they did Jan, where she was kind of crazy.
Yes.
The
Do the kids still watch Brady Bunch?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
And even though MeTV is a great channel because it makes me feel, it's like, hey, I remember those people.
Yeah.
And on Saturday mornings, it's got the Looney Tune cartoons that I mean, come on. I would not know classical music if it were not for Looney Tunes. And it wasn't just kill the rabbit.
But that was a good one. Teresa, it is an early morning after a late Grizzlies game. Did you catch any of the Grizzlies-Lakers game last night?
I monitored it and caught the last minute. I spoke at a panel at Belmont last night. Yes, it was really nice. It was about the evolution of women's sports and coverage of sports, and to honor a writer who her husband finished her book after she died, a fictional book about a woman who came through Title IX, and of course now I'm blanking on the book itself, but I was over there talking to people and doing really cool things, and got home, and I got caught into The Lioness on Paramount Plus, so I had to finish those last 2 episodes last night. So sorry.
That's okay. It's I've heard 2 people recommend The Lioness now.
Oh baby, yes. And the second season just came out within the last 2 weeks. So I mean, it's the joke from the Emmys. Don't I know you from that thing with Nicole Kidman? She's in it, of course.
She's in it?
She's in it. Zoe Saldana.
Oh my God.
She's the lead character, and the guy who played in Brothers and Sisters, he is gray, and he is a silver fox these days. So he plays Zoe Saldana's
Dave Annabelle. He played in the FedEx St. Jude or whatever version of the golf tournament that was in existence at the time. He played in the celebrity golf tournament, and I interviewed him, and I freaked out. I was a massive Brothers and Sisters fan.
Loved him there. He has aged incredibly well, shall we say.
It's true. He was in Yellowstone for like 2 episodes. I thought he was too big of a name. And then, spoiler, if you haven't watched the premiere of Yellowstone at this point, it's far too late.
Well, especially the very first episode. He was Lee Dutton. He was the first Dutton member to buy it. And if you've seen this year's latest episode, well then, yeah. I mean, did you not see all the news that Kevin Costner was leaving? Why are you surprised that a character who's leaving a show is off within the first couple of minutes?
Yes.
I mean, come on.
All right, so you weren't able to catch Grizzlies-Lakers last night. However, the next Grizzlies game is against the Warriors on Friday, and it is the Grizzlies' first action of the NBA Cup. Have you become enamored by the NBA Cup yet, Teresa, or do they still have to work to earn your loyalty?
They have to work to earn my attention. I mean, the courts are so incredibly bright, different, and it's still it's like we made up this thing. Go along with us. So let me see the guys get excited about winning it. And is there actually it feels almost like the All-Star game in baseball. It's like, we'll say you get this for winning. Is there? I mean, give me some home court advantage in the postseason or something to It's like you get a cup. Thank you. Well, I've got a couple cups that I've earned over the years. I got one for winning my co-ed softball league one year, and it's like I can't find that anywhere. So it's like it feels like that for now. Okay, I'm just saying.
I do think something that could help with fans would be something that benefits fans, and home court advantage in a playoff game is something that would benefit fans. Like, do you like that idea?
No. And
I'm so easily excitable.
What
like,
do you
I'm
mean
in.
By home court advantage? Like the team that wins it, that conference gets home court
Guarantees
in the
home court advantage in the playoffs.
In the finals. Or are you
I'm saying in the
talking
playoffs.
about if you win the
NBA Cup,
the NBA Cup, and you can get into the playoffs,
you get home court
advantage
no matter your
in
seeding.
every round, no matter what your seeding is.
Precisely.
I'm down with that.
Yeah,
I could rock.
Like actual stakes.
I rock with that.
Right.
Yeah. Now, see, that gives me something to root for. That gives fans something to root for. And you know what? I think it would make this very, very interesting for the NBA players as well, because, I mean, think about it. It's tough enough to fight your way in, and if suddenly, say you're 10th, but you got home court advantage in the play-in, that suddenly sways the stakes a little bit, doesn't it? It's like a buddy of mine who's in the Titans media corps, Sam, is on Survivor 47 right now. It's like you found an idol, an immunity idol, at least for a vote at tribal council, right? That's what give me something, baby. That's what that's what I want.
Yeah, I agree. And especially for someone like you who has so many things going on at this point in the season. And we'll start with the big game for the Volunteers in Athens this weekend. It's Tennessee, Georgia. Is Nico going to play, Teresa? Because the line is telling me no.
The line was set based on him leaving late in the first half. Now, Josh Heupel on Monday said he was going to be fine. And then on Wednesday during the SEC coaches call, and I used the Rocky Horror Picture Show gif of anticipation because he literally said, wait for the injury report, and he's officially questionable. And in the NFL, questionable means 50-50. With the stakes that are on the line, and unless there's some sort of setback for Nico, I'm expecting him to be on the field Saturday night in Athens because the stakes are there. Okay, if Alabama with their losses, if Tennessee drops this between the hedges, then I can see Alabama or Georgia leaping the Vols. I mean, Ward Manuel. Isn't it interesting that somebody whose team is the defending national champs gets to sit in on the committee and say a tight, just got over the edge win over my really bad team this year, which is not playing like they did last year, is suddenly that's a big win? Excuse me. Yeah, the Vols have had their first half issues, but they went out and did business against Mississippi State.
Oh, wait, Teresa, hold on. We talking about the same Vols that lost to Arkansas? We're not doing this. We're not doing this like Tennessee doesn't have some questionable games on their resume. They do.
They do.
You're not going to come at my athletic director. There's not very many good things at Michigan right now, and that athletic director is one of them. Listen, why are you? I understand that Indiana doesn't have the marquee win, but they are 10-0. And Tennessee has that bad loss to Arkansas, which would, to me, be enough to have Indiana ahead.
And I did see, because I saw a pushback, Teresa, of people saying there shouldn't be an active athletic director on the committee. But the college basketball committee has active athletic directors, active commissioners. And, they've always had to leave the room when one of their teams or their team is being discussed. But I'm curious why the harping on it from the college football side and not the other.
Fewer teams involved.
Sure.
In NCAA tournament, it's more a question of how many teams did each conference get in. And now, my God, it's like they're trying to dazzle us with this little bauble over here. Yeah, we think the tournament should go to 72 or 78 teams. While we pick your pocket, it seems, play musical chairs with all the money in football. So come on. What is the quality win on Indiana's schedule? The fact that they're perfect?
Yes, Teresa. Yes, they didn't mess up and lose to Northwestern. All Tennessee had to do was beat Arkansas, which is a middle-of-the-pack team, and they couldn't do that.
And they also pointed out BYU's win over Utah. Have we already memory hold the Utah AD speaking out after that game that his team got jobbed? And it's like suddenly BYU goes up. It's like, come on, what are we doing? Now, that said, the grain of salt here is the fact that we get Saturday night. Remember last year they expanded football playoffs. So the regular season's not going to mean anything. It means everything. More. It means all. Yes, Georgia. This could be an elimination game for Georgia if they lose.
Suddenly I'm invested in BYU, Kansas. Did Kansas turn it around with their win over Iowa State? I'm invested in Boise State, San Jose State, because Boise just has to keep winning out. I'm invested in Colorado in the mess of the Big 12. And like you said, I'm invested in Georgia. I'd always be invested in Georgia, Tennessee, but the added stakes of it potentially being an elimination game. Although I did push back a little bit about that yesterday. And a lot of things, this is why everything remains interesting. But it's not 100% an elimination game for Georgia, right? If Texas goes on to win the SEC, and let's just say in a world where Clemson finds a way to win the ACC, not likely at this time. It looks like it'll be Miami and SMU in that championship game, but Clemson has not been taken out of it, has not been eliminated from contention. And if you're a committee member sitting there with a 3-loss Georgia team, but they have wins over 2 of the conference champions, I could see them making a case. And they're in the SEC, and we know how this goes.
Exactly, right? I mean, what was it, a month or so ago, or it feels like yesterday, that the Big Ten and SEC were meeting in Nashville.
Right.
And let's put it this way, they weren't talking and swapping cookie recipes, okay? They're trying to figure out how to get more power and better handle scheduling for football. And so you're absolutely right. And that's the thing. Think about the final weekend. Vanderbilt still has a way to the SEC championship. And it's like, are you kidding me? Now, it's a convoluted path of sorts, but they host Tennessee to wrap up the regular season. And, I mean, Thanksgiving is going to be mighty, mighty interesting because if I'm remembering correctly, Texas and A&M finally play that week. Mm-hmm. And, so it's like we're going to see Arkansas, they play Texas this week. Can they stick a finger in Texas's eye the way they did the Vols?
Didn't know where that was going. Stick a finger in the eye. Happens to the worst of us. I do have to ask you, Teresa, because you mentioned Vanderbilt, and my guy, Diego Pavia. I have to cough.
Vanderbilt came back to earth.
Yes, Vanderbilt came back to earth. They've been taking a beating. Like, it feels like they're hanging on by a thread, but I still love this team and this quarterback. I did want to get an update from you because the news that Diego Pavia was suing the NCAA in federal court, trying to claim that his 2 seasons playing at a junior college should not count towards his Division I eligibility since he wasn't able to profit from name, image, and likeness. I saw that a federal judge earlier this week denied his request for a temporary restraining order that would grant him an extra year of eligibility. But what's your take on this situation, and where do you foresee it turning from here?
Well, they are trying to get a hearing scheduled post-haste because guess what? We've got the first National Signing Day for football is looming. And it's coming at us like a speeding train. And Clark Lee, he's made it clear. He wants to keep Diego Pavia for as long as he can. And in this day and age of 7th-year guys playing COVID math, I mean, he's kind of got an argument, right? I mean, why do JUCO guys who are coming to Division I, and not just in football but in basketball, why is their eligibility limited? So I think they're trying now to get a expedited hearing in front of a judge. It's like in this day of what we've seen in the last since COVID, why shouldn't he get that chance? And he's got an argument. I mean, he's there was a story in the Tennessee, and he could be making $1 million a year in NIL money at Vanderbilt, for goodness sake. So everybody who was shocked that Nico at Tennessee is allegedly getting $8 million, it's like the money out there for some of the top guys is crazy. And Vanderbilt has always had deep pockets. They're just now spending it. In fact, they announced within this week that they've already 20 months ahead of their deadline met their Vandy United goal, and it was like $3.2 billion. Now, I think it was with a B, but Vandy got in the pool and they're raising money because that's where you have to compete. And so, it makes my life worse if he does get more eligibility because he is that guy. You were right. Words my husband hardly I don't think he's ever heard from me. But you hear them. And trust me, there are Tennessee fans that are worried about that game here in Nashville against Vanderbilt in that season finale. So first they've got to get by Georgia Saturday night. Then they're worried about Vandy.
Teresa, it's a big weekend in the NFL. We've got some great ones like Ravens Steelers and Chiefs Bills and Bengals Chargers. We get Commanders Eagles tonight, and then somewhere within there is Titans Vikings, and Will Levis will be back on the field for the Tennessee Titans. Were you surprised by that at all?
No, because they're not the Colts. I mean, poor Anthony Richardson, go sit over there. No, come back.
Poor me. I picked up Joe. I spent a lot of fake money on Joe Flacco as a backup quarterback. It's a deep quarterback league. There's no options. And I needed an option because all I have is Josh Allen and Bo Nix, who has been tremendous in fantasy football, might I add. But I had Justin Fields, and Justin Fields gets benched for Russell Wilson, and it doesn't look like that's changing. So Joe Flacco was my... Anyway, continue.
Well, right now the Titans are, and this is the fun thing. It's still early in the NFL. Don't go panicking each week when the draft slots change. But the Titans go with one win, they go to 9th. One loss, they go back up to 3rd. So they've got to see what they've got in Will Levis, because if he ain't that for them, they've got to decide, is it more important to get yet another quarterback in what's not looking to be a great quarterback draft? Or do we fill the right tackle spot that we've now started 3 different people? And Leroy Watson, who has had the least playing time, leads the team in penalties as an individual. And he almost single-handedly killed one drive on Sunday in SoFi Stadium. I mean, it wasn't a face mask. It was a hold. Okay, officials, get it right. And, oh, by the way, that was a strip sack, scoop, and score. And I looked at the NFL rule book because it so vexed me. Yes, I love saying that word. So vexed me. Clear and obvious to overturn an on-field ruling. If you have to slow something Zapruder film like frame by frame to see, well, the ball was in his hand at this point. Jeff Simmons has got a big paw, okay? Think about the Grizzlies logo, that grizzly bear paw over the ball. That was Jeff Simmons' hand around Justin Herbert's arm. And if you want to tell me he had any kind of control at that point, you lie, baby. And in this case, the ball, it's not the ball line, because Roger McCreary scooped that puppy up and went to the end zone for what would have been a decisive, they would have gone into halftime 14-13. And in a game that was decided by 10 points, you're thinking, no, that was the pivotal moment in that game. So, they're hosting the Vikings this week. They've got to hope that they get the Vikings and Sam Darnold, who played in Jacksonville. And they're in a 3-game road swing, and Sam Darnold was picked 3 times. I mean, Mac Jones had a chance to pull out that game for the Jaguars because of Sam Darnold. So they've got to hope they've got that version of Sam Darnold in Nashville on Sunday. Vikings dominate this series. They're chasing the Detroit Lions. They've got every reason to come in here and go. It's clobbering time, baby.
Clobbering time.
Is there any chance, Teresa, that this Will Levis experiment lasts into next year? Will the Titans know by the end of this year what they have in Will Levis and decide, hey, by the end of this year, we're either rolling with this guy or we're moving on?
CJ, I think they have to know by the end of this season. That's why it's so crucial. That's why they're sticking with him. And they've made it clear that from Miss Amy down, they understand that this is an evaluation period for Will Levis. And he talked to us yesterday. He thinks the 3 games that he sat out, and honestly, he should have sat out against the Colts because that was a 3-point loss. And he said after that game, he had tried to come back. And in the NFL, you play hurt. He found out he was more than hurt. And he found that out when he was picked late in that game, because he said afterwards, if my shoulder was a little healthier, I can probably put more on that ball. And it's like a learning experience. Dude, you've got to be honest with yourself, with your coach in the NFL. But he's coming off of his best completion percentage, 175 yards. He matched the season high with 2 touchdown passes. And I had fans on Sunday, why are they in the 2-minute drill? Why are they taking timeouts? Why are they extending my pain? That game lasted 2 hours and 41 minutes, okay? You could let them literally use that game that they were out of. It's called garbage time touchdown for a reason. But they were able to they got 2-minute drill work in game situation. That's part of a learning curve for a young quarterback like Will Levis, who got to and he threw some good balls. And it looked like maybe a light bulb went on for him a little bit. The anticipatory throws, right? Throwing to where you know a guy is supposed to be and trusting that is one of the toughest things for a young quarterback. And we saw that out of Will Levis. That first touchdown pass to Calvin Ridley was a beaut. The second touchdown pass, yes, I know it was 49 seconds left, But that was a beaut. And guess what? The Chargers were sure as heck trying their best to beat the heck out of them. Bud Dupree had his best game. He never had that game in the 2 seasons he was with the Titans. But, you know, he's thriving elsewhere. But for the people who were saying, oh, Titans let guys go who were really good, this week alone, the Chicago Bears cut Nate Davis, who the Titans let walk in free agency, and Miami yesterday released linebacker David Long. And there were Titan fans saying, we can't let him go.
And they did. Teresa, we have to let you go. And
Oh.
we won't catch up with you next week, but we'll catch up with you in 2 weeks.
That's Thanksgiving.
We'll catch up with you in 3 weeks. Oh,
There we go.
That's so sad.
I will miss you and see you soon.
Enjoy. Consensual heart hands. That was Teresa Walker. You can find her on Blue Sky. Hey, Blue Sky. Everybody come on Blue Sky. The sky is blue. There's little suns next to our names. I saw a lot of pictures. You want to know what my Blue Sky algorithm fed me to start things off before I started getting some sports sprinkled in? Like, nothing but library appreciation posts. Like, I'm not kidding. It was like, do you support your local library? Here's how you should support your local library. There's nothing like a good library. Then it was like a picture of the most beautiful libraries. I was like, I get it, I read.
Okay.
Humble brag.
That's not a brag. You know that's not a brag.
I just didn't understand why they fed me nothing but books. It's fine. We're drafting cups.
Let's do it.
I can't wait. I just thought of one that I did not have on my list, but I won't say it because I've been accused of being the person who takes things in the wrong direction on this show.
Which one
so I'll
was
keep it to myself.
Oh, I know one.
It's a movie. You can figure it out. That just came into my brain. An infamous movie. It will not be on my draft. This is in honor of the NBA Cup. We'll find out if the NBA Cup makes either of our draft lists of best cups when we come back.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
There's no substitute for experience, the knowledge gained from having been there before, and the passion to share what you know to make everyone around you better. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy.
Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Now every time you go to Miami, you can go see, like, that's a statue of me there.
No, I don't look nothing like that thing, man. Look, I'm sorry.
I would have been offended.
Look at that. That is UTA.
Oh, my God.
That is Cody.
Oh, look.
Hey,
y'all got to get that screenshot, man. Put that on the...
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
John Moran is now being called by multiple professional athletes the most athletic human in the world.
What's the second best highlight you've seen this year?
That's right. I mean, I can't think of something off the top of my head.
He's had three that are better. I mean, I said this yesterday. 99.9% of every NBA player could play not only this year, but their entire careers.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
There's no greater gift in the NBA right now than the gift of Ja Morant highlights. The highlight of Ja Morant going reverse 360 generated 161 million views in the first 24 hours.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizz where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Goldberg announces he's going to have a retirement match in 2025, and he said this on College Game Day.
We know you're trying to ride the coattails because the 2025 is supposed to be the year of John Cena. Goldberg, I have a message for you, my guy. We don't care about your retirement match. Your retirement match was 3 years ago. Go somewhere, go away.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back. It's a Thursday. It is a draft day, and in honor of the NBA Cup getting started this week, we're drafting cups. Not sports cups, all cups. Everything is eligible wherever your heart and brain takes cups. I might regret saying that.
You should.
Let's do our race to see who gets first.
Let's do it. Who we got? Oh, yours is dressed up.
Oh, Merry Christmas. I listened to one Christmas song.
Hey, whenever my duck starts off slow, I end up winning.
Oh, no.
Yes.
You're like 3-0 the last 3 weeks.
Yes. I can't help it that my duck is trained by the best. All right, Kyra, my first cup. It's a tough pick. There's one that I want to take, but Jessica said I can't take.
No.
I'll take cupcake, though. Give it to me. 1 of 1. Let's get this going. Cupcake. Oh, with the frosting on top. Oh, with the sprinkles. Maybe a little filling inside. Yes, give me cupcake. Number 1 cup.
That's a good pick.
Thank you.
It was on my list. I didn't know if you'd think about it.
Yes. My fat ass immediately thought about cupcake. What are you talking about?
Fine. I do want to clarify. I love the NBA Cup. In theory, it still has some work to do to work its way into my hearts. So in the meantime, I'm probably going to pick some other cups. As a worker of the NBA, I feel like I need to give my stamp of the cup while also saying it's not going to make my top 5. My number 1, though, is the oldest existing trophy in North American sports. Give me the Stanley Cup.
Lord Stanley's
Lord
Cup.
Stanley of Preston, who was the Governor General of Canada in 1892, gifted the Stanley Cup, and it is beautiful. It is made of silver and nickel. It is 35¼ inches tall, and it weighs 34.5 pounds. And you see those hockey players raise the cup. You see them drink from the cup. I've heard some of them have relieved themselves in the cup. That's disgusting. But there's something magical about the Stanley Cup. And even if I don't watch hockey each and every day, I get into the Stanley Cup. And it's about the cup.
It is about the cup. That's a good
cup.
That's a good cup. That cup was on my list.
It's a beautiful cup.
Just because all the weird things that end up being done to that cup with that cup.
Yes.
Things of that nature. That's a good cup. Give me pepperoni cup. I can't believe I'm getting this number 2. Let's go. So you got your pepperonis, and then these, they bubble up, and they get crispy on the edges, and the oil and the grease sits in the cup. That's my favorite type of pizza topping right there. Good old pepperoni cup. Give it to me. Number 2, baby. Let's get this thing going.
You're going to make this hard on me because I'm going to be able to take every single cup that I want to take.
You're going to make it hard on me also because I'm taking all my cups too.
All right. With my second pick, give me Red Solo Cup.
Okay.
I fill you up.
Okay.
Let's have a party. To me, a Red Solo Cup represents a good time. It can represent too much of a good time, certainly, but I like to use Red Solo Cups to play a little Pong.
Mm-hmm.
I love to use Red Solo Cups to play a little Flippy Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I like to just casually have a Red Solo Cup that I can lose somewhere and replace it with another Red Solo Cup, because if you're a girl, you never leave your Red Solo Cup and then come back to it later because bad things can happen in those situations.
You got Kyra
agreeing?
testifying.
Testify. All girls know. You don't leave your Red Solo Cup and come back to it. but they're cheap, so you can go get another one. We have Solo cups that we put in our dishwasher and reuse for parties, which is not something I would recommend, but alas, I love a red Solo cup, and the song by Toby Keith is a banger.
Okay. All right. That's a good pick. Give me the Tri-Wizard Cup from Harry Potter. Yes. You're competing with that with a bunch of other schools. Crumb was involved in that one. He was a phenomenal Quidditch player. And then Lord Voldemort came through and messed it all up. But it was great. It was great. Harry Potter and what book
The
is
Goblet
that?
of Fire.
The Goblet of Fire. Tri-Wizard Cup. Give it to me.
So you've put me in a pickle.
Thank you, Kyle.
Because I wasn't going to take the Tri-Wizard Cup. I was going to take the Goblet of Fire. But I don't want 2 Goblet of Fire references on 1 cup draft. That
Why
feels
not?
excessive.
Why?
I
They're
don't
both
know.
great. And is the Goblet of Fire not the Tri-Wizard Cup?
No, the Goblet of Fire is what they put their names in.
Okay.
It's the blue and the white smoke, and when you put the name in, it turns red.
Yes, I'm
and it
familiar.
got tricked to have Harry's name in the cup.
Spoiler,
the goblet.
Spoiler alert. I'm familiar with I'm familiar with that. I just thought it was all 1 cup. But go ahead. If you're not taking Goblet of Fire, you can leave it for me. I'll take it.
That's fine. I'm not going to take Goblet of Fire. I'm going to take all goblets.
You can't take
I'm
all
taking all the goblets.
That's not how this works.
It is the fanciest of cups.
What are we doing?
Associated with royalty and nobility during the medieval period. They were often used for consumption of much wine. And I love to drink out of a goblet. A goblet feels special. We don't have enough goblets in this world. We don't have enough fancy cups. So give me a goblet, including the Goblet of Fire.
Oh, come on. All right. I'll take a bra cup. I like what those things hold.
If you're a woman, you're never taking a bra cup because they cause way too much problems for you. You have no idea.
Okay. I don't.
It's on my do not draft list.
I don't.
You can't take it.
I can't take bra
No,
cup?
because then they're not going to post it on social.
Take it down, Kyra. I can't believe
Thank you,
this.
Kyra.
Can I take the cup that protects your nuts? Your athletic cup?
Yes.
I can take that cup.
Sure.
What type of sexist ass world is this where we can't take bra cup, but I can take the athletic support cup? But give it to me. The athletic support cup. I don't know the scientific name for it. It's just called a cup. Dudes know how important it is. You got to have those nuts protected at all times, and they do that for you. So give me that.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I don't know where you're going to go with your last pick. That currently still says bra cup at number 4. You don't understand. The cups come out of like a swimsuit. Like I was packing a swimsuit last night.
Okay.
And you want to know what's not in there? The cups. Because I have to sit there and put them back in after you wash it because then the cups always come out. And the same goes for sports bras and the same goes for some bras. And they are such a hassle and how we have not figured this out.
All right. Listen, you say I couldn't take bra cup. That's fine. I'll take that cup, though.
I'm going to take the cup song from Pitch Perfect because I recently learned some lore on the cup song made famous by Anna Kendrick in Pitch Perfect. She was on the Call Her Daddy podcast and talked about how she actually auditioned for the movie with this song. And then she talked about how they ended up releasing it as a single and it made the Billboard top, not 100, top 10. So I went back and looked in August of 2013. Cups from Pitch Perfect made it all the way up to number 6. It was Blurred Lines, We Can't Stop, Radioactive, Get Lucky, Holy Grail, Cups, Treasure, Clarity, Safe and Sound, and Love Somebody was your top 10. I love that song. I could never do the Cups. I took a ticket for the long way home. Da, 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 da. I still want to learn the Cups.
Okay.
It's a great song.
All right. Now I'm in a bit of a pickle here because you took all of the goblets, and I really wanted to take Pimp Cups.
No,
But
Pimp Cup is included in my goblet.
It's a goblet, and I can't take it.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate. Gosh, do I go Cooper Cup here? Oh, I don't. Let me go. I'll go World Cup. Give me the World Cup. You could have had World Cup if you hadn't let me take Bra Cup.
I know. It's on me.
World Cup. All right, last pick.
I'm going to take Chip Potts, the teacup from Beauty and the Beast.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. He was a 7-year-old boy who got turned into a cup, and he lived his best life. He had curiosity. He had a sense of adventureness. And then he got to turn back into a real boy at the end of the movie. But he was a cute little cup. His mom is Mrs. Potts. I wouldn't have.
Okay.
I would have preserved. I would have been like, no, sir. I just put them up. I think teacups are really cute.
Okay.
Like a China teacup is like a cute cup. Like a goblet is extravagant, but I would love to like go pinky up on a little teacup, but not Chip, because Chip was a cool dude.
What else
was on your short list?
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Of course.
Diva
That was
Cup.
the movie I was talking
Yeah,
about.
that was the movie. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Diva Cup was on there, and Cooper Cup. So those are my 3s. What about you? What?
Vance.
What?
A peanut butter cup.
Oh.
Oh, I want to go back.
You can't.
Oh, I want to go back
You
so
can't.
bad. Oh, I feel
You can,
bad.
I'll tell you what. You can go back and do peanut butter cup.
If you can have bra
If I
cup.
can do bra cup.
I can't do it. I have to preserve the show.
Preserve this.
I have to preserve the sanctity of the show. I had the teacups on mine, like the
Okay.
ride, but I
That
don't
ride would
like
make
the
me
teacups. Me too. And the older you get, the less stamina you have for the teacups. I had a mug, because I think a mug is usually filled, I love a good mug. Like it has a nice handle. It's usually filled with something warm and like delightful. So a mug was good. I have cup stacking. Are you familiar with cup stacking?
Yes.
Yeah. I was a cup stacker. I competed. I also, fun fact, the inventor of cup stacking is from my hometown, and I went with the inventor of cup stacking's son to homecoming in high school.
Did y'all drink out of solo cups?
No.
Okay.
No. Sippy cups. I think adults should be able to use sippy cups.
I don't.
I do. I love a sippy cup.
I don't think toddlers should use sippy cups.
I
Learn
think
to drink
sippy
out of
cups
a cup
are
like a man. Let's
underrated cups.
go. Okay.
And those are my cups. You didn't take Cooper Cup. That was a good one too. I can't believe we didn't take Reese's Cups. I'm sick. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll do some Theater Thursday.
We got
We'll
a fun
talk-
video to show also.
Oh, we do have a fun video. Can we show that now?
Yeah, let's show it going into the break.
Okay. This is a special reveal by the Memphis Grizzlies. Take a look. We'll talk about it when we come back.
Certain times and places still just resonate today. There's just a vibe you can feel. The artists. The cars.
So send down your wings.
And of course, the threads. 50 years later, we pay homage to the era. It's music, our basketball history, and those threads. With our own type of music.
Shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rate.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Justin Timberlake. The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now. For more, hit up justintimberlake.com.
We have have not talked to you since we got the big fella that's going to go next to you.
What has impressed you about him, though? Just being on the same court with him, because you've watched him a lot in college. You got to see him. We got to see him very, very little in summer league.
Very quick twitch, like decision making. Yeah. No real fear of anything. Like very vocal, able to talk through the game. But I mean, like, do win Player of the Year twice. Like
I know.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
It's the top 5 worst teams in the NFL. I think the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL.
I got the Saints number 1. Let's put the Aints up there. They're terrible.
I'll take the Titans as my worst team in the NFL. If they played Will Levis, they're for sure the worst team. Maybe in NFL history. Might be worse than the 0-16 Lions if they play Will Levis.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Who do you see ending up in the SWAC championship game? So give me your East and your West based on what you see right now.
If I had to say from what I've seen this year so far, I think you're probably going to get a Southern Jackson SWAC championship.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
For this year. Shout out to the Memphis Sounds throwback in honor of the 50th anniversary of the ABA's Memphis Sounds. Shout out to the Grizzlies video team for that video introduction to these jerseys. You're going to be able to see them Sunday for the first time here at FedEx Forum when the Grizzlies take on the Denver Nuggets on HBCU night presented by Pinnacle Financial Partners. Tip-off is at 5 o'clock. I love these jerseys. I love the reds. I love the font. Fun 70s vibe font. Here's how they look on the back with the names, the numbers. These are funky. I'm a fan.
I like them. It'll be a fun night at HBCU night, Sunday.
Are you doing anything?
I'm sure I'll be doing something.
You be there?
We just talked to Dr. Briggs and Dr. Davis. Dr. Briggs of Mississippi Valley State, he's their president. And Dr. Davis of Lemoyne, he's their president. We talked to them on HBCU Huddle yesterday. So if you want to hear that interview, go and watch HBCU Huddle. So I did that, and I'm sure I'll be doing something in-game also, pre-game. I don't know. I'll figure it out, though.
We're excited. I'll be there. Get your tickets. Grizzlies Nuggets this Sunday, 5 o'clock. You'll see the city editions for the first time. Let's do a little Theater Thursday, some movie news before we get up into it. And by up into it, I mean the rest of our Thursday on the way to Friday. Yeah, I don't know what that meant. It's fine. Don't look at me like that.
Let's get up into it,
Let's
Jessica.
get up into it.
Let's get up into it.
You haven't watched My Old Ass, have you?
Not yet. How'd you like it?
I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite movies of the year. It's not a perfect movie. It was so not what I expected, but it was a movie that I needed to see when I saw it. And a reminder, like, it's such a cliche because it is true. You just gotta live your life. Like, live every day like it could be the last, because you never know when it could be. And we always talk about, like, what advice would you give your younger self if you could go back and tell that person? And I think a pertinent piece of it, and no spoilers for the movie here, like, go watch it. I think it's beautifully done. It's a nice, I love movies directed by women about women. We don't get enough of those. I'm sorry, CJ, for now. We can still show some love for movies directed by women for women. But like, just telling yourself how lucky you are right now. Like, if you go 10 years in the future, the thought of you're living a pretty damn good day today. Your body's the youngest it's gonna be. You're the hottest you're gonna be. You're the most, like, sound as you are in this moment. And as life continues, like, things stack up that can make you a more whole person, can in times make you a better person, more complete person. But for now, you're just good. It was really lovely. I wish it had more Aubrey Plaza in it.
Go back 15, 20 years ago, what would you say to your younger self? One piece of advice. What would it be?
Oh, just don't care so much.
Okay.
Another cliche. Like, the older you get, the less you care about what other people think of you. But if you could tap into that earlier, you would be invincible. Can you imagine Oh, I'd scare myself.
No, I care way too much about what everybody thinks.
What would you tell yourself?
Eat a damn vegetable, son.
Oh.
Just one or two every now and then.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I don't think I started eating vegetables till I was like 25. Like green.
25?
Yeah, Jessica. I know.
Oh, my God.
I know I lived from like.
Yeah, you should definitely go back and tell yourself that.
The damage has been done. Like, this body is over with now.
I would tell myself to love my body. That's a
20
big
years.
one.
I would be 17. I'd still be.
I'd be 15.
Yeah,
or 17. I'm 32, so I'd be 17.
Yeah, I'd still be in high school. I'd say, hey, enjoy playing basketball while you still can, man.
Same.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Same. Mine would be stretch. Oh my God, stretch. Get on the ground, put your damn legs against the wall, and stretch your legs because your back will be murdering you when you turn 32. I stretched so much in high school, and then my rebellion, like once I quit dance, was like, I'm never stretching again because it didn't come naturally to me. This is stupid. I don't need to stretch. I'm strong. I've got strength.
Ooh.
Who needs flexibility? You do. Those are good ones. Yeah. Anyway, it's a good movie. I hope you like it. You might not. I watched it. I was like, I don't know if this is CJ's cup of tea.
Is Aubrey Plaza in it?
Yeah, but not enough.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Not enough. The other girl in it, Maisie Stella, she's precious. I really like her. She was enjoyable. Then I also watched We Live in Time, which is the romantic Florence Pugh, Andrew Garfield movie. And this was also a beautiful film. I cried and Chris cried. And I think Chris cried before I cried. Like, you feel like you're on the brink of tears consistently throughout. This movie plays on your emotions. It jumps around timeline-wise. That makes it a little difficult to stick early on what's happening. But another beautiful portrayal of what it means to love somebody through the good, through the bad. There's an interesting sports feel to it. It is not a sports movie, but it feels like a sports movie at times because there's a competition involved. It's not a sports competition, but it's like an Olympic-like competition, so you get that edge to it. I just think there was the report that Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield continued to have fake actor sex after the director yelled cut because they were so lost in the scene, and it shows. It shows. They could be married. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. If you want to go see a movie that makes you love your partner more, go see this movie.
So lost in the scene that the director yells cut while you're fake doing it, and you're just like, no, we got to keep this going.
Still fake doing it.
Let's keep fake getting it in.
Keep doing it. There is a scene in the movie. Did you ever see the Iron Claw?
No.
About the wrestling family?
No.
There was a scene at the end of that movie that wrecked me more than a scene has in a long time. It's a boat scene for people who saw it, and you just start waterworks. There is a scene in this movie that rivals the waterwork production of that scene.
Okay.
But I highly recommend both. There's tons of movies out right now that I would like to see. I want to see Honora. I want to see Conclave. My timeline is full of Conclave. Everything's
The Rock Christmas movie is out.
The Rock Christmas movie's
this
out.
This weekend or next weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
There's a Jason Bateman Netflix Christmas movie that's coming out as well that looks really good that I just saw a preview for. A lot of Hot and Frosty. I'm kind of down to watch one of these smutty Christmas movies that they're trying to throw out. And then everything is leading up to Gladict.
Gotta get Gladict.
I can't get enough of the promos for both Gladiator 2 and Wicked. And Wicked had its premiere in Los Angeles. I think they had their premiere in New York, maybe last night. My timeline is full of Wicked. It's insane. And so many influencers got invited to these movies. And I just want to speak for the influencers, the micro influencer, very small influencer. Follow me on Blue Sky. Got 70 followers. We're moving on out.
Already at 70?
Yeah. Get to work, CJ.
Okay.
Pimp out your Blue Sky. But for those of us who aren't in the big cities, why don't they bring premieres to little cities? This is my plea. I think movies could do something very cool and pick 5 random cities throughout America that they bring their movie to that is not a traditional LA or New York premiere, that is not a traditional European big city like a London premiere or a Toronto premiere or whatever. Come to Memphis. We'll go to the Ridgeway with all of my 65-year-old friends at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and we'll have a Wicked premiere. But I need proof of concept that all these people who got invited to the Wicked premiere are real ones, because I don't think they were. I was teased for wearing a flipping a shirt
Oh,
that
boy,
said
you're mad about
popular
this still.
with the wand as an L. It's the lamest shirt I've ever owned, but I wore it after I saw Wicked in like 2004. And if you don't have some proof that you have been about Wicked for a long time, I don't think you should have gotten an influencer invite.
You can't gatekeep like that,
Yes,
Jessica.
yes, you can.
No, you can't. Come on.
My people are struggling with the gates being so wide open
What
for
people?
everybody. The people who
The Broadway
stood in
nerds?
line for free tickets and made their family go to the lottery 4 days in a row on a New York City family vacation to try to win free tickets to see Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel in the original production of Wicked. We've been waiting. I just think we could be included. Like, the influencers are fine. I'm sure they care. But, like, do they care? Meanwhile, the Wicked movie can't even get the lyrics right on the videos that they're putting out.
You got to explain that to me.
So they've started putting out the full audio of Cynthia Erivo doing Wizard and I and Ariana Grande doing Popular. And they had like a little, the old bouncy word videos where the words pop up on the screen. So you're not seeing the scene as it is in the movie, but you're hearing Ariana Grande's take on Popular. Well, Wicked movie put out the video, and in it, they said, I'll teach you the proper poise when you talk to boys. The lyric is ploys. They got the lyric wrong on their own promotional video. And Ariana Grande came in the comments and was like, it's ploys. How embarrassing. Your star has to correct your promotional video where you got the lyrics wrong to one of the most popular songs in the show. That's why I don't trust it.
Oh.
I don't trust it. I'm worried.
All right.
No, I hear it's great. Everyone keeps crying over it.
Okay. When's it come out? Thanksgiving?
The 22nd. I
Why
have
did
to
you-
buy my tickets.
Why did you say it so serious?
Because I have to buy my tickets.
Oh.
But I'm not going to be able to see it as God intended.
What do you mean?
I can't do gladict. I'm dog sitting. I can't leave the dogs for 5 hours.
Got you.
I'm
Well, you
upset
can't.
about it.
You can't go see it and then go deal with the dogs.
It's a Friday.
And then come back. What's that mean?
I have work.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Oh, is there a game?
No, thank God.
So-
So I can go to one.
Okay, you can go to 2 then. You go.
I don't know.
You go at 3-ish, and then you go take care of the dogs, and then you come back at 8-ish, 9-ish.
That
I'm
would
sure there'll be
require me
some
to
late
see one of them without Chris, and he gets mad. He works till 6.
Well, he's tough.
That's too damn bad.
He can't get good dick then. Looks like
He can
that
only
good
get-
dicking is only for
He
you.
can only get the icked.
Yep.
That's all he's
That's all-
got.
not the
Maybe
glove.
it's actually better if I go see Gladiator 2 with a girl, with my gals.
So you can just
So we're just thirsting.
Just
over the
sweating over there.
menzies. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that
What
man's
did
hammy.
What did you think about the first live action Stitch
Oh,
stills that we saw? I thought of you when these popped up on my timeline.
I do not need a live action Lilo and Stitch.
I don't
I
either.
want Disney to move away from the live action movies, particularly the newer ones. It's one thing to do a live action Cinderella, because that one is old as hell, or a live action Beauty and the Beast, because that one is also old as hell. But Stitch is relatively new. Lion King is relatively new. We don't need.
Beauty and the Beast is the same age
Is
as
Beauty and-
Lion King. That was in
is
the
Beauty-
Renaissance. Cinderella's older.
So okay, so didn't need Beauty and the Beast then either. Don't need. Basically, I don't need anything from Renaissance till now. I don't need a live action. Live action Pinocchio, Dumbo, knock yourself out. But this Stitch doesn't look odd. He looks
He looks
different.
perfect.
He looks the way a live action Stitch should look. So I like it. I like the way that he looks. I'm not sure if I'll watch the movie, but I like the way that Stitch looks.
Who dressed up as Lilo and Stitch for Halloween and got the ire of the internet? Do you remember?
I know I did,
I
but
know
I
you
didn't draw
did.
any ire. No, I don't remember.
Somebody, it was like the sexualization of Lilo. I was like, oh my God, we've lost the plot.
Wait, they
We've
were
lost the
sexy
plot.
Lilo?
Well, she was like in a hula outfit, and then that got into like the appropriation of hula, but then like the sexualization of Lilo, and then the kid was Stitch, like the baby was Stitch. I can't remember who it was.
Sounds like a Kardashian thing.
It was a lot. No, it wasn't. I think it was Halle Bailey.
Okay.
I don't want to miss.
I missed that entirely.
John Mayers is buying Jim Henson Studios.
What?
I don't really know why.
I don't like it.
I don't mind it.
He doesn't seem pure of heart. And Jim Henson seemed pure of heart.
Swifties would agree with you. That was a very Swifty comment for you. John Mayer, not pure of heart.
He just doesn't seem that way, right? Like if you're going to have one of these types of properties, like the Muppets, throw Barney in there, throw Blue's Clues in there, one of those types of things, I need you to be at least seem or appear like you are innocent, pure of heart. Now I know John Mayer isn't. John Mayer out there getting it in. Like, I don't want John Mayer messing up my Muppets, man. He can't be messing up Gonzo.
But what if I told you he just saved it?
Oh, saved
because
it from
do
what?
you know who was trying to buy Jim Henson Studios?
Don't tell me.
The Church of Scientology.
Yeah, no, good. I'd much rather him have it than
John Mayer, your body is a wonderland. Thank you for saving the
what
Muppets.
a banger of a song.
Thank you so much.
But right, you get my point. I don't want the person singing about how your body is a wonderland having the Muppets, because he's gonna make Miss Piggy and Kermit do some pretty interesting things romantically. All right, like I don't want that.
But I will take it over the Church of Scientology.
10 times out of 10. I want to be clear. 10 times out of 10, I take John Mayer over the Church of Scientology.
Good. Okay, we agree on that.
Who's your favorite Muppet?
Kermit. Who's your favorite Muppet?
Probably Gonzo. Either Gonzo or Ralph is another one. Fozzie is,
I like
is up there for
Beaker.
me.
Yeah.
The hating ass old man.
Oh, I'm such an idiot. No, the Cookie Monster.
Are we counting them as Muppets?
That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
And when I look up popular Muppets, the Cookie Monster comes up. Like, are we counting Oscar the Grouch as a Muppet?
No, I'm not counting.
I usually don't
anybody-
put them in there.
Anybody on Sesame Street as Muppets, but they are.
But they are Jim Henson creations.
So will he have Sesame Street also?
I think so.
Okay.
So it'll save Sesame Street.
Okay. From the Church of Scientology.
He'll be giving a lesson. Fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will live like you do. Big Bird will be sitting on the stoop. What's up, little girl?
Still. Better than Scientology having it.
Better than Scientology. Last but not least, you sent Transformers entered the Toy Hall of Fame.
Hey, how
Are you
about
excited
that?
about this?
Transformers and My Little Pony, along with Phase
My
10.
Little Pony.
All getting into the Toy Hall of Fame. Transformers is a movie, so that's why we threw it in here. I'm pretty sure
My Little Pony
has
also a movie.
Nah, I couldn't remember if My Little Pony had a movie or not.
I
Otherwise,
loved the
would've
My Little
been-
Pony movie.
Really?
Yes.
Did you play with My Little Ponies?
Not enough, because I
Okay.
didn't like horses.
Okay.
I was an anti-horse girl.
Ah.
Yeah.
I played with Transformers. Like that. That was my first introduction to the Transformers, and then watched the cartoons, and then got grown, and they had the movies. So yeah, shout out to them. More toy news. Star of Space Jam 2, LeBron James. He's got a Monopoly board for some damn reason.
I can't
Do you
wait
know
to
why
play
he
it.
has that?
No.
Can you tell me what the
What the Monopoly LeBron James
Yeah.
board looks like? No.
I don't understand.
But
what
it
is
includes
happening.
not allowing Bronny James to fly commercial, so we can't play any away games for the Lakers G League team.
Wait, I'm sorry. What now?
You missed that?
Yes, entirely.
That came out yesterday. I don't want to misquote the story
find it
because
while
I
we
forgot
go
to
through
send
these
it
pictures.
for. So they are only having Bronny playing home games for the South Bay Lakers because they are not going to have him fly commercial.
Is that a safety thing?
It was simply called a decision. Because I was asking our friend Jenna yesterday. I said, when do the Lakers come here? I'll circle the Lakers hustle game. Come on down to Landers Center. She said, Bronny's not playing. I said, what? But maybe he'll be on the Monopoly board. Good for them. That'll do it for today's show. I gotta go to physical therapy to take care of my back because I didn't stretch. 17-year-old me, please. God, just try to touch your toes. It's not that hard.
Make your knees touch your elbow.
Do this thing. I can do it on one side.
Okay.
Can't do it on the other. Just get stuck. All right, I am out tomorrow. Lang Whitaker will be here in my place. He and CJ will have you covered on Friday. I'll be back Monday. We'll have the Grizzlies' first NBA Cup game to talk about. Grizzlies Warriors tomorrow night. And we also will have Grizzlies Nuggets from Sunday to discuss as well. You'll get to see the City Edition jerseys. Again, buy your tickets. Grizzlies Nuggets this Sunday. 5 p.m. We love a 5 p.m. game. Much better than a 9 p.m. game. Everybody have a good weekend. From me, CJ and Lang have you tomorrow on Friday. I'll see you next week. Bye.
I really want a pepperoni pizza now.
A pepperoni pizza? I always want a pepperoni pizza.